Somebody asked me on my video about penetration steps, and that's really a fundamental concept in wrestling. And I was a little confused until they showed me a video of a guy getting in his stance, and then he lowered his level, and then he took a step. And he was saying that this is how you're supposed to take a penetration step to shoot on somebody. And then I was like, now I see where the confusion is coming from, because that violates a lot of the things that I was ever taught in wrestling, which is to never compromise your position. So if you watch my stance video, I really kind of have these imaginary lines where I don't want my shoulders tipping too far over my knees, right? Either direction. And that applies for my feet too. I don't want my feet too far outside this box. Okay, so when to take a penetration step, when not to. My lead leg, most people have a lead leg. My lead leg is already a penetration step because I don't like to shoot too far away. Nobody's Jordan Burroughs except for Jordan. Nobody's John Smith except for John Smith. You can try to shoot like them, but Dom's hands are just going to be in the way when I'm way far away. Unless I'm like a vampire speed, I'm never getting in there. So I need to be able to get past his hands. And we talked about this in a number of videos. How am I going to get him out of position? I'm going to be pulling his head. I'm going to be trying to get inside control. I'm going to be trying to get to the outside elbows. I have a number of videos on this, right? I'm posting. None of those things can happen from way out here. And so if I am this close, this is already my lead leg. And if I'm doing this the correct way, where I'm applying pressure to him and he's applying pressure back to me, he's putting pressure on me right now. When I lower my level, see how this leg is already in place. So this is my penetration step. I don't need to take another one. I'm this close, there's no reason for me to take another step and telegraph to him what I want to do, because he should be coming over top of me when I drop my level down. And I think this is why after 31 years my knees are good, because I don't have knee problems. I don't take these big, weird, compromising steps and go way knee over toes. If you notice, when I'm taking a shot, I'm kind of squatting here, right? Yeah. Like, and my knee touches the ground, but with very little weight on it. So when I finish my shot here, and I take the shot here, when I turn the corner, like my knee was barely ever on the mat, okay? And it comes back down to knowing that you have a good stance, because I'm not gonna take a big penetration step and get way out of balance. He can just push me over. And when I watched a video of myself wrestling, and I realized that, because somebody asked me, do I go heel toe? And generally speaking, I don't want my heels on the mat. I kind of want my weight on the balls of my feet. And if I lead my right leg forward most of the time, but if I'm taking a shot, he blocks it, and I come back up here and take another shot, see how I barely, like, I didn't take a huge step and compromise my position. These artificial boundary lines that I have, my ball of my foot is underneath me here so that I can get back into a stance, so that when I'm taking shots, I'm never really coming out of my stance, whether he's stuffing me or not, right? Like, and so that's probably the most important thing. So this can be sort of a short video, but it's conceptually, you really need to spend a lot of time on thinking about where your stance is, and you should always be working on it, because go back to my stance video when I showed him pulling me out of position. If I have a weak stance, then he's going to be able to get me compromised, right? And if I'm taking big penetration step stuff, I'm super compromised. He can literally ankle pick me, from here so easily. And the higher the level, the more people are going to see that. All this cat pawing that people are doing and reaching, he's going to time me. And if I'm doing this stuff, like that, and like reaching for him, actually I'm not even doing it the bad way, but if I was reaching with the same arm, same leg, okay, he's just going to time me and claw and push me over at my, here, or go to that honestly even works just like that, but if you go to here and ankle pick me, right? But if I have a really good stance and he goes to ankle pick me here, I actually can move, because I have some strength left. See, because my weight's not, but if my weight is heel here, I'm just going to get pushed over.
Brand's in the red on the left of your screen, coming off shoulder surgery. And
okay, so I don't believe in like these way out far out here, huge penetration step stuff, because I don't want to ever break this stance. And if you watch some of the Brands brothers wrestle, they never come out of their stance. They even chase people down like after they've got their head down here. Okay, so lead leg kind of is already your penetration step. If I take a failed shot and I come up, put your leg back, and I come up, and this becomes my next leg, it's already under me. Okay, so you don't need to get way out of position because you're being taught to lower your level and take a step. That's impossible. Look at there's weight on this leg right now to try to lift it. I would be better spent lowering my level and driving into them than I am trying to take it this much more of a step. Correct. And be completely out of position. So I hope that that answers your question, okay? And keep in mind on some recent videos that I showed about my back posture, right? That's the reason I have these artificial line things, because I get really weak here, right? Like those good mornings that we were talking about. Yep. Like this is weak, but this is strong, just like this. And so I'm never coming out of this position, no matter how aggressive he is on my head. Because if he's coming at me like crazy, he's probably coming out of position and making me easier for me to post. And if I don't get that first shot, I'm missing the shot, but I'm missing the shot, but I'm still in a good posture to come back up. As opposed to taking this big step here and then him sprawling on me and me getting stuck, and I'm stuck here. I've seen that happen. Kids get stuck here. Try to stand up with your leg way under you like that, And most of the time, if I'm taking a shot from way out here, and I did have to take this shot from way out here, his hands are going to be so in the way that my back is going to go like this. So forget that long distance stuff. Short distance, you'll finish more takedowns. So let me know what you think, like, and subscribe. Thanks.